D-N.C. Bill Clinton says Hillary won't stand for status quo in anything. Welcome to Day 2 of the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia, where some of the Bernie bros continued their doing. Protesters endured the sizzling temperatures to advocate for gun control and the Black Lives Matter movement, and Bernie Sanders and his brother made must-see TV during Hillary Clinton's official nomination proceedings. We will have all the highlights right here, as they happen. The former president and prospective first husband kicked off his primetime speech by telling the story of meeting Hillary Rodham in 1971 and falling for her. He said they have been laughing and talking with each other for decades ever since, in good times and bad, through joy and heartbreak. He talked about her work to provide legal aid to those who can't afford it, improving education and, of course, health care, an issue that she took on during his presidency. "I can't tell you this, if you were sitting where I'm sitting, and you heard what I have heard," he said, referring to their private conversations over dinner, lunch and during walks. "You would say this woman has never been satisfied with the status quo in anything. She always wants to move the ball forward. That's just who she is." The former Secretary of State hailed Clinton's cool head and steady hand that she displayed in the same post and attacked Trump by saying he has a strange admiration for dictators. Albright said he gave Vladimir Putin an A on leadership and electing Trump, and said the Trump victory in November would be a gift to Vladimir Putin. "Putin is eager to see Trump win, and that should worry every American," she said. Clinton, on the other hand, understands the presidency is not like hosting a TV reality show. It is a complex, round-the-clock job. The former Vermont governor good-naturedly reprised the infamous scream that ended his own White House hopes in 2004. "The only thing missing was some of the air-punching gusto and spittle of the original." The Mothers of the Movement, a group of black mothers who lost children to gun violence, some at the hands of police, delivered a moving tribute to their children and an enthusiastic endorsement of Clinton. "This isn't about being politically correct. It's about saving our children," said Sybrina Fulton, the mother of Trayvon Martin.Geneva Reed-Veal described watching her daughter Sandra Bland being lowered in a coffin into her grave after she died in a Texas jail last year. Lucia McBath, whose son was shot because he was playing loud music in 2012, said her job as his mother hasn't ended, even if his life did. "I lived in fear my son would die like this," she said. "I even warned him that because he was a young, black man, he would meet people who didn't value him or his life." McBath said Clinton isn't afraid to say Black Lives Matter. "We're also going to keep using our voices and our votes to support leaders like Hillary Clinton, who will help us protect one another so this club of heartbroken mothers stops growing," she said. Their remarks were preceded by former Attorney General Erika Holder, who said it's important to adequately train and equip police officers, and he asserted that supporting them in their efforts is not inconsistent with ensuring they treat Americans with dignity and respect. Holder also got in a dig on Donald Trump and his "Make America Great Again" slogan, saying the country is already great. "Donald, did you hear me? I said already great nation, he said. The pro-Bernie/Black Lives Matter/anti-DNC march is popping this evening. Our Natalie DiBlasio is there: former president and potential first husband Bill Clinton has already been working it in Philly and tonight will take his turn on stage. He took in last night's show from a box at the Wells Fargo Center, Politico Playbook reports. He was joined by Senator Cory Booker, D-N.J, and his mother, Columbia, SC, Mayor Steve Benjamin, Representative John Lewis, D.G.A, and Holder, among others. While the Republican convention last week featured a number of B and even D-list stars, see Scott Baio, Chachi on Happy Days, the Democrats are trotting out a slate of significantly hipper celebs. Today's program alone features actors Elizabeth Banks, Erika Alexander, Lena Dunham, Deborah Messing and Meryl Streep. Meryl! Actor Tony Goldwyn, President Fitzgerald Grant III in Scandal, and Erika Alexander are also featured. Also, Sandra Day and Alicia Keys are performing. Keys did a warm-up this afternoon. Larry Sanders, who lives in England, breaks down when he casts his vote for brother Bernie Sanders. Born before women had the right to vote, 102-year-old Jerry Emmett took to the microphone to cast 51 votes from Arizona for the first female nominee for president. It's official. Hillary Clinton is the first woman nominated by a major party for the presidency of the United States. After a roll call vote, Sanders loyalists staged a protest via CNN's MJ Lee. Earlier today, Sanders made the rounds this morning of state delegation breakfasts as he continues to try and quash dissent among his supporters who are feeling the burn too much to switch loyalties to Clinton. In the California event, he was met by boos, and a dozen Bernie loyalists launched into loud chanting when a Clinton surrogate was speaking and several rushed the stage with signs trying to block cameras, The New York Times reports. Things also got hairy during the Texas delegation breakfast, when Clinton surrogates were on stage and one delegate, Russell Little, let loose. The Texas Tribune was there. Little actually ended up turning in his convention credentials amid the backlash today, with Texas Democrats issuing a statement from him dismissing his outburst as a moment of passion. Vertical line that did not reflect my intention of promoting productive dialogue. Dana Brodile shifted into the interim chairwoman's seat amid the party's shake-up following the WikiLeaks release over the weekend of more than 19,000 DNC emails showing some party officials had favored Clinton all along and plotted to undermine Sanders. She is one of 3 black women now running things this week. Representative Marcia Fudge, the Ohio, is serving as convention chairman, and the Rev. Daughtry, the Washington, D.C. pastor, is the convention's CEO. In the wake of Michelle Obama's speech endorsing Clinton, Twitter has of course been lighting up to tie it to plagiarism of her 2008 convention speech by Melania Trump last week. The Florida Democrat who is vying to unseat Republican Senator Marco Rubio is not handling accusations of domestic abuse very well today. Politico reported that over 2 decades his now ex-wife called police on her husband at least 2 times in Virginia and 2 more times in Florida, sought medical attention on at least 2 occasions and said that In one instance, he had threatened to kill her, according to a police report. The revelation led the Progressive Change Campaign Committee and Democracy for America to yank their endorsements of Grayson, via the Tampa Bay Times. But when Politico tried to question Grayson about the whole mess today, he reacted angrily and threatened to have the reporter arrested. Maybe not the right reaction to demonstrate he is not quick to anger, perhaps in a domestic situation,